By 5:01, and I'd like to call the February meeting of the Albany County Legislature's Health Committee meeting to order. And what I'll do first, Rebecca, could you call the roll?
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Ray Joyce,
Present.
McLaughlin, Beston, and Ward are excused this evening. Petto? Yes. Miller?
Present.
Robinson?
Here.
Collins? And Lockhart? Here. You have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Rebecca. Can I get a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Miller, second by
Lockhart.
Lockhart, and any motion to move? All approved?
Aye.
Under current business, I would like to take number 2 and 3 out of order. I'm going to move them to the end. To take the County Department of Health up first. The legislator that's introducing number 2 and 3 is on her way, I understand, so I'm going to give her the chance to give her some time to arrive here. So, Ms. Mary Beth Miller and Mr. Ransom Moore, good evening.
Good evening.
Number 2, public hearing, number 4, authorizing an agreement with Health Research Incorporated regarding the Medical Reserves Corps, state, territory, and tribal nations representative organizations for Next Generation Grant Program.
Great. Hello, everyone. Our department is here seeking approval to accept $12,100 from HRI, Health Research Incorporated, to support and strengthen our MRC program. We'll be using the money for, it's actually spelled out, but it's basically to do additional training with our MRC leadership and staff or volunteers. And there's other requirements to develop certain plans and such. So the money is already sort of allocated in increments based upon completion of what is required in that proposal.
Sure. Any questions from the committee? Ms. Lockhart?
Is that why it only says 6,000 on it, but the grants were 12?
Yeah, so we allocated at 50% for 2024, and we plan to allocate the other 50% in 2025,
Gotcha.
just so, anticipating that we won't finish it all necessarily this year.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the committee? Hearing none, can we get a motion to move? Motion made by Mr. Miller, second by Ms. Lockhart. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous, thank you. And number 5, authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the New York State Department of Health regarding the septic system replacement fund and amending the 2024 Department of Health budget.
We were notified by the State Health Department that we were identified and eligible for this award. And you'll see in the information that's attached certain areas that are eligible, but basically it's $100,000 that would come to our department and be made available to folks who need to update or renovate, if you will, their septic systems, failed septic systems or septic systems that need, to be repaired and need to be repaired. Each septic system, well, I should say each home would only be allowed up to $10,000 reimbursement, which if it exceeds that, it can only be 50% of the cost. They'll submit their costs to us. We'll look at a plan before it begins. Once everything's complete, then the health department would issue payment to those individuals.
Thank you. Do we have any questions from the committee? Mr. Robinson?
Yes. Is there certain geographical areas that has been identified?
Yes, there are, and in the information we provided, it will give you the specific locations, and it is on page 34 of the handouts we provided. It's around specific reservoirs. It has all to do with addressing, the safety of drinking water and the health and safety of that reservoir in general.
So how would you notify the residents within that area that this grant actually exists for?
We have a list of all of the homes that have septic systems in those geographic areas, and the numbers are listed here, and we will send out a mailing explaining the program and that they would be eligible if in fact they have a failing septic system. We don't anticipate a lot of folks will be in need of this, but the department will be able to provide funding for approximately 10 homes. As I said, $10,000, and that'll amount to the $100,000. In terms of capacity, this year, we're really only able to provide oversight in all of the work that would be needed for 10 homes, and we'll see how it goes. Next year, it'll be the first time we've actually been involved with this particular program. If we find there's further need, next year, we can request additional funding.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the committee? Hearing none, can we get a motion to move?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Miller, second by Mr. Robinson. All in favor? Any opposed? Unanimous. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
I'm going to keep the meeting, okay, we can move out the public hearing and then just table the local law? Or do we have to have it here? Okay. So the sponsor for number 2 and 3 is not going to be able to make it tonight, so we'll have to get a motion to table that, right?
No, it's on that.
Okay, but I'm at, okay, great. So we're going to be tabling 2 and 3, and I guess we should take a motion to adjourn, right?
Motion to adjourn?
Thank you, Mr. Miller, second. Ms. Lockhart? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Just send a text to you.